Pulp Fiction, released in 1994, is really famous. And I mean really famous. Directed by Quentin Tarantino, who's known for The Muppets Wizard of Oz and The Muppets Wizard of Oz.
Scooter turning into a big, busty vampire vixen who explodes in a sea of crimson blood. All done in the classic Japanese anime style, you know, like for the kids.
Now, if you haven't seen Pulp Fiction, please drop this class immediately. It is easily the movie every film student will say is le creme of le crop, because it has fantastically well done scenes in it. Which one are we going to discuss today? The gold watch scene? Nope. The dance scene? Nada. The shooting Vincent scene? Incorrect. Which one then?
Hey kids, how you boys doing?
This scene. This scene is probably the most famous scene, and I can say this with every fiber of my being. I can bet you college professors, scientists, and even the Pope have seen this scene and basked in its cinema-making glory. So let's describe it. I mean, this is an assignment, and I need a grade.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
Right before this scene, Jules and Vincent are talking, like any normal buddies would. And they talk about a few things. How a Big Mac is different in Amsterdam, how they
should have fucking shotguns,
and how their boss's wife received a foot massage, and how the guy was killed by said boss. I mean, pretty wacky stuff, eh? And when they enter, the whole room goes quiet. Jules and Vincent had quite the stark contrast from who they were outside that door. They're obviously pissed over this business altercation, and well, Brett is eating the bullet. Literally, but we'll get back to that. As they cut to Brad's face, you can see the fear, and when they cut back to Jules, you can see, in just his face, the amount of power he holds. When Jules brings up the breakfast at Big Kahuna Burger, which is
the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast,
you can see Vincent preparing something in the kitchen area and getting a quick smoke break. The whole time, Jules having a calm, collected conversation, and is cutting back and forth with Brett and Jules. And Jules is calm and in control, while Brett is basically pissing his pants. As Jules takes a bite off of Brett's breakfast and asks Vincent if he wants any, Brett looks more and more like he's going to have a heart palpitation. Jules then brings up the quarter pounder line from before.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France?
While hinting at another character important later, named Marvin. The scariest part of this whole scene is when Jules takes Brett's drink and slurps it down, while staring Brett dead in the eyes. It then cuts to some random guy on the couch who is asked why they are there, and Marvin interrupts.
It's over there.
Which leads to this close zoom-in shot where Samuel L. Jackson goes full Samuel L. Jackson for just a second.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
The whole room is silent. Marvin struck with fear. And then...
You were saying? It's in the cupboard.
And then Vincent collects it and asks if they've got it, which is an astounding yes. But Brett grows a pair, and with this shot, you can see so much of this space about the characters and how Jules is the most powerful man in the room. But Jules makes sure that Brett's pair is shredded with one simple move.
Really, I never...
Jules is done playing the nice game. He has what he wants. He has the prize. Now, he can be the vindictive hitman he is so good being. As Tarantino continues to use continuity editing, as he has been in this entire scene, he starts to spice things up. Jules moves from in front of the camera, he leads in, he starts becoming more of the monster Brett fears. But then, he asks a question to Brett.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
Simple question you might ask if you knew him, but this is where the scene goes haywire.
What?
That cut, ladies and gentlemen, was a form cut. As Jules ramps up his anger, a justification can be seen with Jules and Vincent being so close, and the power dynamic is clearly shown now, with Jules towering over Brett in this part of the scene. As it keeps using the continuity editing, it really rides home the fact that Brett is screwed and controlled by these two bewildering men. And Jules repeats the question.
Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like. What? Say what again?
And then gets absolutely livid.
I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
As it keeps coming back from Brett having a pistol in his face and Jules' demeaning and irate face, you can see Vincent finishing his cigarette and reaching for his gun. At this point, Brett starts describing Marcellus.
He's black.
Go on.
He's bald.
And then Jules asks the terrified man one more question.
Does he look like a bitch?
What?
Does he look like a bitch? No!
After Jules shoots him, he mellows out and starts talking to him somewhat normally again. This cut really shows the fear Brett is in, and after being shot with a 9mm pistol. And then the best line in the entire movie shows up. I have this quote in my Instagram bio. That's how good it is.
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
What was that? Who was that guy? Well, I don't know, and it's not important. But he is hidden, and he's not in view. And he also has a weapon. Tarantino uses the unseen character trope for about 95% of that scene, just to make it more suspenseful. It then shows Marvin, more scared than Brett ever was in that entire scene, and then Jules calls him out and tells him to shut it.
Marvin! I'd knock that shit off if I was you.
And now, here comes a divine intervention.
Die, you motherfucker!
The way Jules and Vincent are standing resemble what the way they walked in and the way they stood, and just then, no bullets hit them, even though that should have killed them. So they do the only reasonable thing. The whole scene was calm, crazy, and divine. That whole scene shows the magic of Pulp Fiction, how it can go from calm, cool, and collected, of having normal conversations, to shooting a guy in the face. This scene definitely makes Pulp Fiction what it is today. Hopefully this makes you want to watch Pulp Fiction if you haven't, and seriously, make sure you don't say "what" to Jules when he asks a question. Thank you for watching.